Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this is my Micropoecilia fish tank and I will show you and tell how I set it up. So I started with gluing two pieces of glass in the back corner of the tank, so that will form my corner filter. So the bottom sponges here, you can see they will be holding mainly the gravel in place so it won't get inside the filter when I'm cleaning it. And after that I'm adding 2 layers of sponge, so in case I'm cleaning the first one, the other one is holding the fish from getting inside the filter, and also it's holding the beneficial bacteria, so I can clean the first one under running tap water even. It actually looks quite nice because the sponge is black, the background of the aquarium itself is black, so it blends nicely together. Plus you can hide all the equipment like heaters and everything behind the sponge, so it won't be visible. So now it's time to add the substrate. In this case I'm using regular silica sand because it's gonna give a more natural look to the whole aquarium. On a thin layer of sand I'm adding some tetra initial sticks. I'm just spreading them more or less evenly on the whole bottom of the tank. Next I'm adding some clay peat balls. They will just work also as a sort of fertilizer, and that's gonna be the only thing I'm putting in this tank because I'm planning to use only this, so it's gonna be no CO2, no liquid fertilizer at any sort. Next I'm covering all with another layer of sand. As hardscape I'm using only some cobbles and pebbles plus a piece of driftwood. I want it to look as much natural as possible, so I'm not adding any fancy rocks like dragonstone or any other sort of stones. And this is more or less how the hardscape looks like, so it's nothing really fancy, but that's how it's supposed to be, because you won't find any complicated structures in nature. And it's time for the plants. So on the first and second plant I'm adding some Blixa japonica or whatever you call it, and some dwarf sage. I'm just using more or less grass-like looking plants in this case. So after that I've got some Nymphoides Hydrophila Taiwan. That's a green lotus looking plant. It's really interesting, very beautiful, so I'm adding it in the back of the aquarium. And this is how the tank looks filled with water. So it's actually looking quite nice, the water is clear and everything, so I'm very happy and pleased with it. The driftwood was not properly soaked, so I had to add a rock just to hold it down for a while, and I added some floating plants as well for the fry to hide in. The corner filter is powered by an air pump, so it's nothing expensive, very easy to maintain. I just add a couple of tanks on the same pump. So yeah, and it works quite good actually. So next I'm adding a few pieces of small branches, twigs, a little bit of alder cones, things like that, because they create a more natural look. And I'm leaving the fish tank like this for about 2 weeks, adding some water from my other tank so it's gonna mature a little bit faster. So after those 2 weeks it's time to let the fish in. So first I'm gonna add the female so that she can get used to the tank in case of the male will be bothering her too much. As a first meal there was some live Daphnia waiting for the fish inside the tank. I'm just culturing it myself, and I just harvested a bit of it from my outdoor pond and put it in the tank because the fish just love live food. Definitely try it out yourself. I think the female likes the setup because she's swimming around, just investigating what's happening around, eating daphnia and sort of stuff. So next it's time to let the male in. He's just gonna be a crown jewel in this tank. Just look at his colors, he's just beautiful. So after a couple of minutes he started swimming around the female. So I'm hoping to get some babies soon, definitely. So after a few days I'm adding also some dried oak leaves, just shredded in smaller pieces so they won't look too big in this tank. They're adding actually a little bit more natural look than it was before even. So yeah, the tank is slowly evolving to what I'm actually expecting it to look, and I'm quite happy with it. So thank you all for watching, and if you did like the video, please leave a thumb up and subscribe, because in the near future I'm planning to set up a couple of other tanks, because I already have some rare fish in my quarantine tanks. So yeah, it's gonna get more interesting. So until next time, see ya!